How rude. That thing cut me off. I didn't realize it only recorded only 10 minutes, but that's all right. So we are going to continue where we left off. We are working on single, double, and triple bonds. Like I said before, you are connecting your fluorine with a single bond here because there are two pairs of electrons that they are sharing. For our next item, you're going to obviously do some practice, figuring out how to share those particular electrons, showing with the line. Now, when you write this, you can also write this as just F line F. I will take either answer with the dots around it or without. They work just the same. So moving forward with the single bond, typically it is going to be a hydrogen that has a single bond or a halogen. Halogens are in group number 7 or group number 17. These only can form one bond because that's how many they have open. Typically, the ones that form double bonds are going to be carbon and group 6 or 6A. Sometimes it's labeled as 6A. And elements like oxygen. So oxygen has 2 open spaces, so it has the possibility of connecting to 2 items or to form a double bond. Triple bonds also carbon, whoop, whoop, and your group 5A elements as well, or just group 5. That would be an example, would be like nitrogen. It's got 3 open spots, so therefore it can make a triple bond when it's working with another nitrogen, for example. It would be N, triple bond N. Now, group 4 atoms, like carbon, so carbon is like our universal guy, they can form 4 bonds, but usually they don't exist as like a 4 bond, but they can exist as a single, double, or triple. So carbon is very universal. Moving forward, you want to do some practice with this because these are going to show up on our test. How do we bond different elements together? So to do this, you first draw your Lewis dot structure over to the left of what these 2 molecules would look like. So for example, O2, you draw one O and you draw another O and do the dots on them because that's how you're going to figure out how they're connected. Once you have a single, you can draw a line to the other single one as well. Once you figure out where they're going to connect, then you redraw it as, for example, this one. You can see here I have this oxygen. I drew the Lewis dot. This one's going to connect here. This one's going to connect here. If I redraw it with the dots, I would have 2 dots in between. But instead, to make our lives so much easier, I'm going to draw O, double bond O. All right. You're going to move forward to the next ones. Some of the next ones don't have a really good picture for their answers, but at least it gives you the final result for what these are. So once you do this practice, the secret letter here is T. So do the practice first, and then you can look at the answers. So here's the answer here. Here's the answer here. Again, you don't need to put necessarily the double or the Lewis dot on this one, but it is there just in case you're wondering what that would look like. Now moving forward, I want you to have a little bit more complicated because these will pop up. So on here is the you do questions. So you have 4 to pick from. I'd like you to do them all. For this one, our secret letter is U. Here are the answers. Do your practice first before you look at the answers. Going back on these, this gives the final answer. I'd prefer you to show the Lewis dot structure first and then show how it is formed just with a single bond, double bond, or triple bond. So FYI, the final answer here, I didn't want to have to draw all the Lewis dot structures out. That would have taken me forever. All right, you have 2 other practices. We're done with covalent bonds now, but 2 other practices related to names and formulas. So these are, you'd have to go back to your notes to double check on what the rules are for these. You're filling in and matching just like you would do on the test. So remember how to figure out your names and remember how to figure out formulas. So I want you to fill in the blanks for these. Again, don't use this as just writing down the answers, but more so to practice how to actually name them. Your secret letter for this is S. This also, you're going the opposite way. So instead of magnesium chloride, you're writing MgCl2. So don't look at the answers first, do your practice, and then look at the answers to double check yourself. Once you're done, there are 2 quizzes that we're probably not going to play unless Miss Miskey wants to play them. When you're finished with everything, you're going to work on your study guide for the test on Friday. That's on pages 47 through 54. If you finish with everything of that, you can practice 45 and 46. This is mole conversions that we'll probably have on our next test and also on the final. So just some extra practice for you. There should be plenty for you to do. So make sure that you are following directions and being quiet so that everybody can focus and learn the information before our test on Friday. Thank you. Have a good day. Make sure that you write on a sticky note the secret word. Don't tell anybody what it is, because if everybody has a secret word, that means that you probably all cheated. So put your on a sticky note, put your name, and then put what the secret word is so that you can get a prize for tomorrow. Again, don't tell other people. Come on, people.